let's kneel on our mat, sitting on our heels, with our palms in our lap facing up. Closing the eyes, taking some deep breaths, starting to work with that ujjayi breath so you can hear your exhales like a sigh or a whisper. Checking in with yourself today. Giving yourself a little thank you for showing up on the mat. And a thank you to your body. However it is, it's perfect in this moment. Right now we're going to work with what it gives us. Let's focus today on having a fresh start with the new year. Even if you're doing this practice in July, we can still start fresh with every single day. It doesn't matter what came before. What matters is what we do with the day we have in front of us. So we can turn things around anytime on January 1st or July 13th. Anything in between. So set that intention to start fresh in every moment, not just with the new year, but always. Whether we have resolutions or not, whether we just want to continue the good habits we've already set. Every day is a new opportunity. So let's practice with that in mind today. Let's bring the right hand and the left hand down to our sides. And with the inhale, we'll breathe that left arm up and over to the right. Nice side bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, the left hand down. Inhale, right arm comes up. And exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, right hand down. We'll slide the hands forward on the mat now, stretching them all the way out until your hips are above your knees. Your head between your biceps, maybe the forehead resting on the floor. The forehead could also rest on a block. Keep some weight in your hands. Breathing deeply, ujjayi breath. Then gently press into your palms to bring your shoulders up. Walk your hands back in and let's come up on the fingertips. Sit back about halfway and then round your back, sort of like a cross between a cat pose and a child's pose, the rocket cat. From there, palms flat on the ground, tabletop position here on all fours. And we're going to make a little C curve with the spine. So you're tilting your pelvis and then looking in that same direction. Other side, exhale as you go. Inhale back to center. The hips are staying above the knees, so you're not leaning from side to side. You're tilting the pelvis from side to side, thinking of taking your hip bone up to meet your rib cage. It's a small movement. Not every movement has to be big. Just a little bit of motion to wake up the spine. Using your breath all the time. We'll come back to center and curl the toes under. Keeping the palms flat on the floor, let's lift the knees up so they're just hovering above the floor, holding here. Breathing still. And then lift the hips up, settling back into that mountain pose, more often called downward dog. But downward dog is a little bit different. I'll talk about that in a blog post sometime soon. Doing what feels good here, walking out your heels a little bit if you'd like, bending your knees if that feels better. And then take that big step forward with both feet. Pausing in the forward fold, letting go the weight of the head and the shoulders, bending the knees at first here. Then inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back, and exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking forward, and then exhale, fold forward, release your head. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, this time stand all the way up, reaching the arms up high. Exhale, palms come down together over your heart. Namaskar Mudra. Check that your feet are under your hips, toes are spread wide. Find your balance on both feet, front to back, side to side, firmly rooting into that ground, a strong foundation. We're going to move into chair breathing. So as we exhale, we're going to sit to chair, arms reach forward. Inhale, pull the arms to your shoulders. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. So it's a strong breath, a strong exhale, a strong inhale to match that movement. Good, a couple more, really warming up those legs, building some heat in the body. Keep it up, a little deeper if you can. Good. This last one here, stand tall, hands by your shoulders, and then exhale, sit down to chair, this time holding. We'll bring the palms together. Check that your knees are going to stay side by side as you twist to the right, bringing the left elbow down to that right knee. If that's too much, or if you feel that one knee is slipping forward, you can take your palms apart and rest your left hand on your right leg instead. Breathe, sit low. On the next inhale, come back to center, stand, arms up high. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Moving a little deeper into that forward fold as it's comfortable. Then inhale, stand tall. Exhale, sit to chair, palms together over the heart, and this time twist to the left, the right elbow coming down to the outside of that left leg. Press your palms together, use your exhales to get more of a twist if it's available. Never forcing anything, but always checking in to see if there's more available to you today. Every day is a fresh start, so just because this pose was awkward yesterday doesn't mean it's going to be awkward today. And just because it was easy yesterday doesn't mean it will be today. Let's come back up to center. Reach tall, stand, and exhale. Palms come down behind your back, facing each other. If you can clasp your hands together, go ahead. If not, that's okay. And then gently fold forward, letting gravity take your arms up and back behind you. Letting your knees bend if that feels better. And then gently bring your arms back toward your hips and let them come all the way down to the floor. Take a big step back with both feet, returning to mountain. Fingers spread wide. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog, mountain. Steady breathing. Inhale, let's bring the right leg straight up behind us, and exhale, tuck that right knee under the chest, squeeze it up in plank. Exhale, stretch it back to a three-leg mountain. And inhale, step it forward, this time placing the right foot on the ground between your hands, letting your left heel drop to the floor. And inhale, come all the way up to Mahavirabhadrasana, Warrior Two. Hands reaching forward and back at shoulder height. Both legs rotating externally, and we're sitting low, shoulders above the hips. Lots of strength lots of determination and confidence. Gazing over the middle finger of that front hand. And then exhale, bring both hands down to the floor. Come up on your left toes and step back, reaching the right leg back to the three-legged mountain. Pausing there for breath, holding with strength, long line from your heel to your fingertips. The left heel continues to move toward the floor. We'll step forward with the right foot again, placing the foot on the floor between the hands. Left heel to the ground, this time coming up to Trikonasana, triangle. So with both legs straight, you're reaching the right hand down for the floor or for that ankle. Trying not to push on the ankle if your hand is resting there. This is a great place for the block as well, placing it under your right hand. Looking up if it's comfortable, if not, look forward or look down. Then we'll take the left hand down to the floor. Come back up on those left toes and step back. Holding that right leg up, stretching it back behind you in the three-legged mountain. And then float that right foot to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, shoulders down. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, left leg comes up this time. Exhale, tuck it under your chest as you come to plank. Inhale, stretch it way back and up again. And then exhale, step it forward. Place the foot on the floor, bring the right heel to the floor. Windmill the arms up to come to Mahavirabhadrasana on this side. The great beautiful warrior. Trusting that strength in your legs, trusting it to hold you. A fresh start with each warrior we take. Gently bring the hands to the floor, step the left leg all the way back and up to the three-legged mountain, the three-legged down dog. Reaching that heel back, we're going to hold here, take a couple of breaths. Continue to let the right heel move toward the floor. I know it's tempting to lift up on those toes for some reason. Good. Tuck the left knee under your chest again. Place the left foot on the floor, right heel to the floor. Come up and we'll move to Trikonasana, triangle, reaching forward and down with the left hand until it comes to the floor or the ankle or the block. Right arm reaches up. That right hip draws back. The right shoulder draws back. It's like you're a piece of toast in the toaster. Good. Bring that right hand back down to the floor. Press into the palms and stretch the left leg back and up, three-legged mountain. And then gently let that left foot come to rest on the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, mountain. Breathing. Let's step forward with both feet. Forward fold. And you can stay with your hands on the floor, or if you'd like, fold your elbows here into a ragdoll. Let your knees bend if they need to. And then release your hands and inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, palms come down together over the heart. Check that your feet are beneath your hips, toes spread wide. And we'll sit down to our chair again here. Let's stretch the arms forward. And you can stay here or you can lift up on your toes. And we're going to hang out here for a little bit, so take some deep breaths and settle in. Let your shoulders relax down. Holding that balanced chair as long as you can, just taking care of your knees and ankles. You know your body best. If you need to bring the heels back down, you can. Sit as low as you can. Good, and then gently release the heels. We'll inhale, stand all the way up again, and exhale, fold forward. Step back with both feet, returning to mountain, pressing the heart toward the knees. Then inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down to the floor. Now we're going to reach our hands back for our feet. So if you can easily grab your ankles, go ahead. If not, just reach for them, and that's okay. Keeping the knees in line with the hips, we're going to move into bow, lifting everything up by pressing those legs into your hands. Heart moves forward, feet are trying to move back. Still breathing, which means you might rock a little bit on the floor, and that's okay. Good, gently release. Let's rest the left side of the face down on the floor. Take a deep breath. And then we'll stretch our arms out to the sides like a top of a T. And bring the right hand in under your right shoulder. And then gently roll yourself onto your left side. That left arm is still stretched out there behind me. I know you can't see it, but it's there. The head is resting on the floor. And if that's not comfortable for your shoulder, don't do it, or just go halfway. Couple of nice breaths here. And then gently roll back to your belly. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So rest the right side of your face down. Bring the left hand in under the left shoulder. The right arm is stretching out to your side, palm down. And then roll yourself onto your right side. Again, make sure that's comfortable. This side might be different than the other. And gently roll back to your belly, hands under the shoulders, toes curl under, keep those elbows in, and see if you can lift up through your plank. And then we'll bring the knees down and come to child's pose. Let yourself get comfortable here. Check in with your breath, that it's still slow and even, and that you can hear it. The Ujjayi breath. And I'm just going to turn on my mat so you can see me. But we're going to go ahead and roll up so we're sitting on the heels, and then shift your weight to the floor on the left. So your heels are outside your hip. Inhale, lift that left arm up and stretch it over to the right side. If it's not working, put a pillow or a block under your hip, and it'll make it a little bit more comfortable, more accessible. Good, nice deep side bend, breathing all the while, breathing into that open space. Inhale up tall, bring the left hand down to the floor behind you, and then bring your right hand across your body to that left knee. Twist so that you're looking behind you, and keep your body twisted, but then turn your head so you're looking over your right shoulder again. Good, release that, shoulders forward, and we'll switch sides. So bring your hips over now to the right side of your feet, settling down on the ground or a block or pillow. Inhale the right arm up, and exhale, reach it over to the left. Taking deep breaths into your open right side. Expansive. Good, gently bring that right hand down and then let it come behind you. Bring the left hand across the body to the right leg. Twist your body, your shoulders in that direction, and then look back over your left shoulder. Gently release that and then come to sitting. Keeping the knees bent, feet on the floor, we'll slowly roll ourselves down to the ground and tuck the knees into the chest for a moment here. Rock a little bit, one of my very favorite things. Massaging the low back a little. And then roll your chin up to your chest, lift your shoulders up so you're engaging your core, your abs. We're going to do a little strengthening here. Hands behind the head, elbows wide. Straighten the left leg and twist toward that right knee. Inhale, center, and then exhale, switch. The right leg is straight, left knee comes in, right shoulder toward the left knee. Inhale, center, and switch. Inhale, center, exhale, switch. So the whole time the belly button is squeezing down. Good, keep switching nice and slow here, controlled. Shoulders are lifting up as much as you can. You're getting as much twist as you can without just bringing that elbow across the body. Keep the elbows open. Use those full exhales to hold in that twisted position. Good, back to center and relax. You can tuck your knees in again. You can rock a little bit again. And then bring your arms down to your side. Palms on the floor, legs up. We're going to move into a shoulder stand. So if you have any neck or back issues, I would like you to stay right here. This is a really good half shoulder stand. If you're comfortable moving on, you're going to keep your legs close to your body and roll up your spine until your legs are overhead. We're going to bring the hands to the low back and bring the legs straight up. Easy to breathe, comfortable on the neck. And we'll take a few breaths here. If you need to come out of it at any time, start by bringing your legs back down toward the floor and then roll down your spine by keeping your legs close to your body so it's all nice and controlled. And then all together, we'll bring the legs down toward the floor. Hands come back to the floor, palms down, into halasana or plow pose. If your toes don't touch the floor, that's okay. You can rest them on a block, if you can get someone to help you set that up, or just let them float if they need to, better than forcing it. You could also bring your hands to your back for support. From there, we'll all roll down slowly, vertebra by vertebra, keeping the legs, again, close to the body. And then we'll lower the legs all the way down to the floor. You can bend them if you need to. And then move your hands under your seat and lift up onto your elbows. Walk your elbows in a little bit. And then shift yourself back on your hands, lift your heart, and let the crown of your head come down to the floor behind you. Whenever we do plow and shoulder stand, it's a good idea to follow it with fish pose, Matsyasana, to reopen the heart and the throat. Press into your elbows just enough to release your head and gently lie down. And we'll settle here into Shavasana, so get comfortable with your legs slightly apart, your hands slightly away from your body, palms facing up, shoulders relaxed, face relaxed. Double check your face. A lot of times we continue to hold around our eyes or around our mouths, so let's see if we can let that go. Take these next few minutes for yourself. These moments of rest are precious. Knowing that when we come out of this in a couple of minutes, we get another fresh start. Every day, every minute, we have another chance. Start to move a little bit, wiggling the fingers and toes and taking a deep breath. Taking some time to roll to your right side with the least amount of effort possible. And using your hands from there to come up to that seated position, ready for your new start. This next minute, this next hour, this next day, where we get to choose. So let's settle into a seated position for just another moment here, eyes closed, thanking your body for what it's done, and giving thanks for every opportunity we have to create ourselves anew. We know in our hearts when we need a fresh start. So take advantage of this very moment to do it. That fly has been just bothering me today in this class. Good. Let's bring our palms together over the heart. Thank you for being here today. Namaste.